A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Ability will never catch up with the demand for it. A gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. An oppressive government is more to be feared than a tiger. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest, second, by imitation, which is easiest, and third by experience, which is the bitterest. Death and life have their determined appointments, riches and honors depend upon heaven. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Faced with what is right, to leave it undone shows a lack of courage. Go before the people with your example, and be laborious in their affairs. He who acts with a constant view to his own advantage, will be much murmured against. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Heaven means to be one with God. Humility is the solid foundation of all virtues. I am not one who was born in the possession of knowledge, I am one who is fond of antiquity, and earnest in seeking it there. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. I want you to be everything that's you, deep at the center of your being. I will not be concerned at other men's not knowing me, I will be concerned at my own want of ability. If some years were added to my life, I would give 50 to the study of the Yi, and then I might come to be without great faults. If we don't know life, how can we know death? It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. It is easy to hate and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. Learning without thought is labor lost, thought without learning is perilous. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Never contract friendship with a man that is not better than thyself. Never give a sword to a man who can't dance. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. Study the past, if you would divine the future. The cautious seldom err. The firm, the enduring, the simple, and the modest are near to virtue. The object of the superior man is truth. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. The superior man thinks always of virtue, the common man thinks of comfort. They must often change, who would be constant in happiness or wisdom. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. To go beyond is as wrong as to fall short. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge. To see and listen to the wicked is already the beginning of wickedness. To see the right and not to do it is cowardice. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. We should feel sorrow, but not sink under its oppression. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? You cannot open a book without learning something.